Big headline in the Standard Speaker today about the All-State girls basketball team. Dave Seaman with us now, Standard Speaker sports editor. And Dave, a number of local players making that team. Avery Jordan from North Schuylkill makes the 3A first team, 1,799 career points, Dave, for Avery Jordan. She had a heck of a career. When I would do highlights of her games, I ran out of ways to describe just how amazing some of the plays were. She was just one of those truly special talents in this area. 2A girls on the third team, Megan Bisco and Megan Babinski from Monoy area. You said the All-State boys team will be out next week. I'm sure there'll be some locals on there as well.
Yeah, there's been some nominated. Yeah, we've had a lot of big run this year. Obviously, the the Hazleton area boys, I think, are going to be well represented. I was trying to think back if any Cougar boys, if two Cougar boys have ever made the same All-State team, and I haven't been able to find any. So if we get two of them on the team this year, it would be a history-making occasion. I think a lot of players have chances. Obviously, Josh Samick, Jeff Panutis, Joe Grula, Demir Faison, they've all been nominated. So we'll see what happens next week.
So that will be next week. Over the weekend, let's go to the blue-white game in Happy Valley. Dave, the blue team wins 21-10, but what did you see on the football field that impressed you?
Well, I just think that, you saw a lot of younger players like really step to the fore, like a Mac Hippenhammer, young wide receiver, made a couple of big plays. Defensive backs like Zach McPherson, who really hasn't had a chance yet to get into regular rotation, stepping up and making some big defensive plays. And you saw a lot of linemen. We talked about the linemen being, an integral cog of whatever the Lions are going to do this season, and there are a lot of linemen. That's what stands out, I should say. For how many years we talked about the line being the weak link of the team, and be a barometer of how the team does. And if that's a barometer this year, I think the Lion fans are going to be in for an exciting season.
Yeah, Mac Hippenhammer had 2 touchdown receptions for the blue team, I believe. Trace McSorley, Dave, a regular, 10 of 14, 107 yards, 1 touchdown. That's a good spring game. Ran a lot, wasn't getting hit in this game. But I wanted to talk about Mark Allen. Everyone talks about Miles Sanders being the heir to Saquon Barkley. Mark Allen, sneaky. I think they underestimate the sneakiness. He's low to the ground. He just gets through, some of those little holes. I think he could definitely be an X factor for Penn State next year in relieving Miles Sanders.
I think so. I think he could be a key factor, because what reminds me of, if New York Giant fans remember Dave Meggett, the outstanding multi-purpose back. He's always a third down back, get a key carry or a key reception, return kicks, punts, and that's the kind of player that Mark Allen is.
And Dave, Saquon Barkley was in attendance at Beaver Stadium receiving an award, getting ready for the NFL draft this week. So regardless if he goes number 1 or not, I was reading the article in Sports Illustrated on Saquon that Ron Marchetti gave me. Thank you, Ronnie. And Dave, it's all about the brand of Saquon and how he wants to be the face of the NFL and is really banking on that. Doesn't see why he shouldn't be. Doesn't see why he shouldn't be the number 1 pick. We've seen it at Penn State, but can he take that star power to the NFL and be the face of the NFL? They talked about how it's very hard for running backs to be that. I think about how he got snubbed at the Heisman, trophy ceremony. Maybe I keep just bringing that up, but I'm thinking, can he truly be the face of the NFL over the next few years?
I think he's got to prove it on the field first. I think, if he gets drafted second by the Giants, there's no doubt that he's going to have every opportunity to be that face, being in a major market like New York City. But I think any team he goes to, he's a likable person. Obviously, he's very confident, and no doubt he has the talent to make his way in the NFL. Then there's no doubt about that.
There's one story in the Sports Illustrated article, Dave, where James Franklin was talking about his younger daughter. They wouldn't let her play football with the boys at recess, and so Saquon actually went to the school and started his own game and brought her in and all the kids, and of course everybody wanted to play with Saquon Barkley, and Franklin said that's just the type of guy he is. Check out that article in Sports Illustrated. Dave, locally, anything else going on? Boys and girls Hazleton area track and field teams, both 3-1. They are behind Pittston and Dallas in the standings. They will go against Dallas, last meet of the regular season. Mono area boys and girls 3-0 in the Schuylkill League, Division II track and field. Marion tops in softball and baseball. That's Division III of the Schuylkill League, and Tamaqua at the top of Division I softball. They will meet the team right behind them in the standings tomorrow against Pine Grove. Did I get everything? Anything else going on in the back of your mind?
Well, I think you have to look at the Hazleton area softball team too. We keep bringing them up, but I got an opportunity to see them firsthand earlier this week on Monday against Dallas, and what's amazing part about that game is they hit 4 home runs. One of them's by Marissa Travelpiece. Everybody knows who she is, even though she's only a sophomore, still an outstanding player. But the other 3 home runs were hit by freshmen: Julia Morocco, Julia Mooney, and Olivia Wolk. They're all freshmen, so they're going to be part of this program for the next several years. Erica Book continues to do the job in the circle, and the defense is near flawless. So I mean, put that combination together, it's a scary how good the Lady Cougars can be. And then don't forget, on Tuesday they had a makeup game against Wyoming area, one of the top teams in Division II this year. They went up there and they scored 8 runs in that game too. So a lot to look forward to from the Lady Cougars.
I interviewed Marissa earlier this year, and I was like, how's senior year going or something? And she's like, I'm a sophomore. And I thought, well, that's scary for other teams in the league. Well, Dave, all of his work, you can read it in the Standard Speaker along with Steve Stallone's articles. Check them all out there and right here every week on SSPTV News.